I studied philosophy for 30 days and this is what happened. And over the last 30 days of studying Alexander the Great, Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, there are three things they have in common: thinking, decision, education. So this is the learning lessons. In the modern way of living, we're so busy, work on a normal job, spend most of our time on social media and procrastinate on work. And well, this is what philosophy wants to tell you: to work hard and to live a meaningful life. You click this video because you know there's another way of live, and maybe you currently work on something you don't care about, but I want you to see the bright side on everything. Stop complaining and do what is matter. Philosophy is the way of the modern ambitious individuals. I realize it's not about doing such pleasure, scrolling on Instagram, going out wasting our time. It's about live on the maximum potential. And now let's talk more about the problem with the modern society. And overall, there are three main problems that we're currently facing. We can't rely on the government or the society to change our life. It all starts with ourselves. Fix the problem within self and help other people to fix their problem. So the first problem is lack of critical thinking. We've been taught that the traditional education is the best way to live the life. And well, this is true. If you were live in the ancient Greek time, there was no homework or exam and the subjects you don't even care about. There were a group amount of people gathered. Then this one teacher teach them the lesson. It was so valuable because the teacher experienced the problem, solved the problem and learned the lessons, and they teach what they preach. This is so different if we see the educational system now. Your fat teacher told you to do maths homework. Why would you listen to someone who undisciplined, sleep deprived, and lack of critical thinking? 30 to 40 people gathered in classroom without questioning. And how do you find the truth about the information? And the next problem is there is no the answer. We've been learning from books for centuries. People back in the day learned every single thing: science, astronomy, geography, philosophy, psychology, you name it. But now, we don't have the answer. What is the best knowledge to learn? The other day, I asked my teacher, how do I apply this knowledge in real life? And the answer is so stupid. You learn this to get a job. The purpose of the education was to find the truth about life. But now, it's all about how to get a job in the market. So the next problem is lack of entrepreneurs. So there is one story that I want you to listen. So it was my last day in high school. Approximately 200 students gathered all together in this grand hall, and the public speaker asked the students these questions: who want to be rich? And the second question, who want to start a business? You can predict how many students lowered their hand after the second question. I don't want to break here, but me and my friend John are the only ones who keep our hands high. You can see here the majority of people want to be rich. Alright, I want to be rich, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a billionaire, but they don't want to be entrepreneurs. We lack creativity. And it's all about graduating high school, graduating college, get a degree, and get a job in the market. So here's the lessons I kept from philosophy. Well, I don't think the modern gurus are the best way for you to get the knowledge. So I decided to learn from Roman ancient people. So these are three main things I learned after countless of hours of study. So the first skill is thinking. I want you to hear this with 100% of focus. So I want to tell you the truth. People are idiots and people are dumb. If you can focus for 2 hours every single day on your work and read at least 10 minutes every single day, you're not an idiot or even a dumb. And this is why most people are failed. They lack information and they lack thinking. So let me ask you a question. Why is there are more consumer than producer? The answer is simple. There are more dumb people than thinkers. So these are things I learned after I started to think. The first lesson is critical thinking. Did you still remember the last time you think critically? This is the statistics I found. Only about 4% of people use their brain. At that 4%, only 25% think critically. So more than 1% of people are critical thinkers. If you're aware on your day-to-day life, you don't use that much brain. You go training in the gym, you go 9 to 5 job, you go scrolling on social media. So please, I want you to take this actionable step. Answer these questions. What does my ideal life look like? Write it down on a piece of paper. And if I had everything in life, what would I do on my day-to-day basis? This will help you to have a clear mind so that you do what essentials. So the second lesson is questioning. I know this is not the only YouTube video you watched today. So when was the last time you deeply ask yourself what you've learned? This is so crucial so that you don't end up wasting your time watching nonsense video, consuming nonsense content, and you actually apply the lessons you got. So this is the actionable step for you. For each time you finish watching a video, explain in one sentence what lessons you learned. So here's the example. I watched this YouTube video from Ali Abdal and now I know how to apply Eisenhower matrix on my day-to-day basis, and now I know my priority and I have to do this thing. So this will help you to keep you conscious on every single activity. So the next lesson is writing. After making over 340 videos on YouTube, I realized writing is the most essential skill that everyone should develop. You watch this video, I want you to start writing now. Whatever things you wanna start online business, you wanna start normal job, you have to learn writing. It's not about the best grammar to use on sentence, but writing is how you spread ideas and help other people. So this is the actionable step for you. Write 5 sentences in your journal before you sleep. This will develop your writing skill and articulate your ideas. So the next thing that I learned from philosophy is decision. If you decide to wake up 5 a.m. tomorrow and work until 9 a.m., you are the top 10% of human population. Decision is a skill that you can develop over time. So here's the truth. We make over 35,000 decisions in a day. If you can control your mind to do better stuff, you can almost achieve anything in life. So these are the things I developed after I start making better decisions. So the first lesson is decision making. I choose to wake up, meditate, and do the deep work rather than wake up scrolling and procrastinate. And I realize the difference between success and fail. It's just decision making. You have to aware of your decisions in the day, your deep work, your training, and your self-education. So this is the actionable step for you. Do 10 minutes of meditation so that you aware of your thoughts. So this practice help you to make better decisions throughout the day. So the next lesson is discipline. Over the last 8 months of making video on YouTube, I can say to you that discipline is not my problem. Well, the reason why I keep making content every single day without a miss is constantly because I aware of my decisions. So that posting content on YouTube is my non-negotiable task. I think to myself, even it takes 3 years from now or 4 to 5 years from now to success on YouTube, I keep posting content and get better each time. So this is the actionable step for you. Do one activity that you can do for the next 5 years. This will help you to find the best way to live. So the next lesson is pain and suffering. For the first very few months of posting content on YouTube, I see no progress on my views and my subscribers. I can say to you that decisions brings you to pain and suffering. And of course, this is temporary, but you have to experience this. Everything in life is pain and suffering. So this is the actionable step for you. Start a new habit and stick with it. This will develop your pain tolerance level and make you better individual. So the next thing I learned from philosophy is education. I believe there are more intelligent people who didn't go to college than these average college students. You can no longer rely on the college or the education system to achieve whatever goals you want to achieve. You have to take your own responsibility and start your self-education. It means that reading books, listening to podcasts, and learn from online courses. You're no longer competing with the local people, but you compete with everyone on earth. So start your business, learn from successful others, and monetize your skills and knowledge. So these are things I develop after I start my self-education. The first lesson is to be a generalist. I was obsessed with programming and I want to be a programmer. But then I realized I don't like coding. I like to build things. Well, programming is a way to build things, but I can go start my business and build things. Self-education is not about become a specialist and focus on just one single skill, but it is about become a generalist and focus on every single skill. So this is the actionable step for you. Choose 3 skills that you interest and develop it for the next 6 months. So this will help you to build your skill set and become valuable person in the society. So the next lesson is point of view. I had a limiting belief that money is evil and I don't want to get rich. And after I listened to hundreds of podcasts and study millionaires, I break my limiting belief about money. And now I realize, oh shit, I have to lower my ego and I have to study from others. This means become a student and learn everything. So this is the actionable step for you. Read 1 book a month and listen to 1 podcast every single day. This will help you to develop different point of view about life. So the next lesson is continuous learning. Most people think that graduation is the last day of the education. Well, after you graduate from school, this is the first time you learn the real life. I want you to put your head down and continue to learn business, fitness, and science. There are a lot of things that you can do to develop your knowledge. So this is the actionable step for you. Make a 2 hours block every single day to learn specific skills. And this will help you to find your purpose and meaning in life. I like this quote from Leonardo da Vinci. To develop a complete mind, study the science of art and study the art of science. It means that you have to learn in and out. And this is what you should do on your day-to-day basis until the day you die. Well, I believe if you take the action and learn these skills, you will find the truth about life. And that's it for today. I hope this video helps you. Leave a thumbs up, grab my free products, link in the description below, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.